KastKing family, what's happening? Time to check in again. Elite Series Pro Bill Weidler here. Just wanted to talk to y'all about my Oahe finish. I know. Fishing is a humbling sport. You guys trust me. You know, it was devastating for me. Devastating for me. Let me tell you what happened. Day number one, I get to my primary area. You guys need to check it out on Facebook and Instagram. 4-foot rollers, no doubt. My area was blown out. I couldn't fish it. So I scrapped together a few fish, got in on day one, weighed them in, knew I was in the hunt because in practice I found a legit area. I mean, it had some big ones in it. Went back there on day two. Within 15, 20 minutes, I dropped down, big smallmouth, 4.5 pounder. She comes up jumping. My marshal's like, wow, what a mule. He gets out of the way. I go down to land the fish. She jumps, cuts up, does her little routine. I go down to belly grab her, comes unbuttoned. That happened to me 6 times, guys. Humbled me. The minute you think you got it, it didn't happen for me. But let's talk about what I was using out there. I can assure you it wasn't the equipment, because the equipment I'm using is spot on. First, the KastKing Sharky 3 spinning reel. Unbelievable, super light, phenomenal drag. When those fish would take off running, this baby would sing like a kitten. I mean, it was perfect, flawless. Got him in, and that's what you want when you're chasing smallmouth. You want something that you can depend on that drag. You don't want something that's going to jerk, because you're using braided line with a fluorocarbon leader. And if you have that jerky drag, you could lose that fish, but not the case with the Sharky 3. This bad boy was on time. I'm talking about on time. So you guys need to check it out. I wouldn't have another ultralight reel in my arsenal. I mean, it is unbelievable. I use the Super Cast 9 braid. That's what I use, 30-pound test in lime green. See the lime? I use that because when you're vertical fishing like that in 30 foot of water, you want to be able to see your line at all times. You know, I'm watching my bait on my A-scope and my graph. I use Lowrance Electronics. And the A-scope is an option you can turn on. It looks like a flasher on the side, and I can see my bait at all times there, and I can see the fish surface or come up on my bait and then take the bait on that graph. It's unbelievable. It's like a video game. However, the one thing that's important, even though I run a spot lock, the boat can get blown around and drift off from the spot I was holding on, and I need to be able to see that line so I don't get it in the trolling motor. That's why I use the bright line, because you don't want to lose contact with that line at any time. You want to see it. Absolutely super important. And then, you know, I just used a fluorocarbon leader, and then I paired that with a tube jig. I mean, it was a smoke purple and gold flake tube jig that I dyed the tips a little bit chartreuse there to give them something. Guys, those fish would see this thing, they couldn't stand it. They'd come up and bite it. It was unbelievable. But you guys need to check out the Sharky 3. Check out the Super Cast 9 braid. I mean, this stuff's legit. Get you some bright colors. Get you some fluorocarbon line and try to go vertical fishing. It's unbelievable. If you got your graphs, all you got to do, play around with it when you're out there. Get in 30 foot of water and you'll see the fish down there and drop straight down. You should be able to see your bait going down. If you don't, you need to make some adjustments. And once you make those adjustments, you'll be able to see it, and you'll be able to see those fish rise up on that bait. It's exhilarating, it's super fun, and I'm looking forward to the Chesapeake Bay, where it's going to be a largemouth fishery, but I'm also looking forward to the St. Lawrence River, where I think I'm going to be able to do a little bit more vertical fishing. So, you know, you guys have faith, baby. I mean, I'm not down and out. I know I had a couple bad finishes, got a monkey on my back, and I'm going to kick him off here in a little bit, but keep up with me. Watch me on the Chesapeake Bay and the St. Lawrence River. They're coming up in the next few weeks. And y'all stay tuned, baby. KastKing. We'll do another recap soon.